Time now for Seymour Owls Baseball on 99.3 WZZB. Seymour Owls Baseball is brought to you by S&B Wall Coverings, BSM Groups and UTP Projection, Jackson County Bank, Connor Smith Eye Center, Sci-Ho Insurance Services, The People's Bank, Beatty Insurance, New Legacy, Jackson County Dental, Stall Insurance, Schneck Orthopedics, Royalty Companies, Bob Pointer Family of Dealerships, and Schneider Plumbing, Heating, and Air. And now, let's go out to the ballpark and join the voice of the Owls, Jay Hubbard, for Seymour Owls Baseball.
When you buy insurance, you are buying more than just a policy. You're buying the service that goes with that policy. I'm Lance Gentry, partner at Beatty Insurance. Since 1863, the staff at Beatty Insurance has been providing unparalleled service to our customers and to our community. We live here, we are active in local organizations that give back, and we love serving you. Beatty Insurance offers business, homeowners, auto, farm, and life insurance. Call Beatty Insurance for a quote today at 812-522-5640 or check out our website at beattyinsurance.com. Beatty Insurance, we are here when you need us.
And now, officially, we're here from Evansville's Bosse Field here on the campus of the home of the Frontier League Semi-Pro Evansville Otter baseball team as the Owls and the Evansville North Huskies do battle for a Class 4A regional championship. Along with Lance Hubbard, I'm Jay Hubbard. Welcome to our coverage of Seymour baseball. Seymour comes in with a record of 19-7 off their first sectional championship in 30 years. Monday night defeating Bedford North or beating Jeffersonville 4-2. Evansville North comes in with a record of 22-8. The Huskies won their sectional, beating Evansville Harrison 13-2. We had a chance to talk with Coach Jeremy Ritchie earlier this week about this game, and here was our conversation. Back at Evansville, as we go inside the pitch, the Owls get set to take on Evansville North for the regional championship here this afternoon as we talk with Seymour head coach Jeremy Ritchie. And, Coach, has that settled in yet when you hear me say regional championship, something that this program hasn't done for a while?
No, it's been a while, but it sure has. And, our guys have done a great job of enjoying that for a day or two and then getting back to work. I think we've had a great week of practice this week, and they at least act like we have a really good shot to get a win today. And that's all that we've tried to do with them all week. We know that Evansville North is a really good team coming in with 22 wins out of this area of the state. We know that it's going to be a tough game, but I think our guys did a really good job of turning the page and really focusing on this game and being the best we can be today.
When you win and you have success, it makes you want to come back and work. And I would think having the opportunity to go farther in the tournament, it's really kind of been a motivation for these guys to come back and put the work in. As you said during our coaches show, they're out of school. So all they're doing this week is playing baseball. And for that's got to be a dream.
Oh yeah, and they've handled that really well. You know, we've been in the weight room a couple times this week, and the guys are not only there, but they're busting their butt in there, and they understand how all of these things factor into us putting together a good performance today. And they seem like they take it very well. I don't see a lot of guys that are really tired, so I think, you know, with a veteran team, they understand what they have to do to take care of their body and how important this is. So at least it looks like they're getting sleep and they're hydrating and they're ready to go. But I know that we have their attention, and we've had their attention all week, and that's really all we can ask for.
Let's focus now on the opponent here today, Evansville North. Obviously, they have one common opponent. They beat New Albany in a high-scoring game. On paper, they look very similar. If you look at their stats, if you look at their pitching totals, their hitting totals, very similar to us. It looks like a very even matchup here today.
It does, and I think that it comes down to what we've talked about all year that our group needed to do, and I think our season has done a good job of preparing us for this, but we have to execute in certain situations. You know, you look at them, their batting average is significantly lower than ours as a team, but, you know, they're seeing some really good arms down in that area. Their fielding percentage is almost dead even, and their pitching stats are really close too, and they rely on their pitchers just like we do. The one thing that I hope comes to advantage with us is they don't sacrifice bunt a whole lot. They've only had 12 for the season, so I hope that they continue to stick with trying to get hits, and hopefully Braden can mix it up and throw strikes. And the key part we've talked about is not putting them on base. You know, make them earn hits, because their top three base stealers are two of their lower batting averages, and their catcher, who they courtesy run for, who has the lowest batting average of the 9 guys. So when you look at those 3 spots in their lineup, all of the stolen bases come from guys that have low batting averages. So if we can keep them off the bases, then it really kind of evens up the game even more. And we just have to execute the things that we've been doing pretty well the last couple of weeks.
When you're playing a team like this here this afternoon that you don't know a lot about other than what you see on paper or maybe what you see, do you look for video, or do you look for games that you might be able to find on Huddle or Game Changer or whatever media that you have, that you can watch them and get a video of them on some of their tendencies?
Oh, absolutely. You know, we've watched several of their games this week. We try to watch the games where the pitchers that we think are going to throw were in the game, and you can see that they're low scoring games. So it gives you a pretty good idea that they're pretty good pitchers. But yeah, and the other part too is you get to look at different matchups with their lineup. But most of their games were on Game Changer, so we're able to watch those. Obviously, stats are on Max Prep, so you get a pretty good indication of numbers that way. But it is a lot better when you can look at it on video. And our guys have been watching that stuff all week, and there's also, through Prep Baseball Report and Perfect Game and things like that, there are individual videos that do a pretty good job of showing pitchers from behind in a shortened bullpen session. So there's a lot of technology that goes into this today that our guys have been able to have access to, and we keep sending them things that we think will benefit them. But the most important thing for us today is that we've worked really hard at making them believe that we have a shot. And when you get to this point in the tournament, you know, all you can ask for is a shot. You know, they're a very good baseball team, but it's one of those things. They're not 28-2, and number 1 or number 2 in the state. But our guys have done a great job of responding to this and getting excited about this. And you know, the great part for us is that we know that we have to play well to beat anybody. So it doesn't change our mindset, even if we're playing a Center Grove or a number 1 Penn who's lost 1 game this year. We know it would take the best game that we've got to beat them. So it doesn't change that philosophy for us. So I think that our guys have done a good job of understanding that we just have to continue to be us and execute in key moments.
And the fact it's a 1-game regional, which means everybody's available. Braden starts, Mikey, Brady, Jackson, if need be. I mean, anybody and everybody's available.
Absolutely. And that's the strength of our team, and we've known that all year, and we can do whatever we need to do on the mound, and that's always a good feeling, because when you get down to it, that second game of a tournament is a little bit different, especially if you had to use a couple guys the first game. But you know, this is best against best, and we're going to take that challenge, and hopefully, I've told them, I said, I don't care what it looks like, I don't care what we have to do, but we just got to make sure we got one more run than they do, and that's all that we're worried about.
It's been a fun ride, and we don't want it to end today. Wish you the best of luck here this afternoon.
Thanks, Jay. Go Owls.
The starting lineups and the opening pitch is next at Seymour and Evansville North Regional Championship here from Bosse Field, and you're listening to Seymour Baseball on the Buzz 99.3 WZZB.
You can have the warmth of winter when you call S&B Wall Coverings. Their dedicated team treats you like family, providing professional insulation services to keep you snug. Save on energy bills and elevate your home's comfort by scheduling with S&B Wall Coverings. Their services don't stop there. S&B also provides expert interior painting and light remodeling services with competitive pricing. It's time to make your space warm and cozy with S&B Wall Coverings. Give them a call at 812-216-0162.
Back here at Bosse Field, where we are just about set for baseball, the Owls and the Evansville North Huskies. Let's meet the starting lineups. First for Evansville North, they are coached by Jeremy Jones. They have a record of 22-8. Here is their starting lineup. Third baseman leading off, Daniel Kranick. Batting second at shortstop, Brooks Carroll. Hitting third and pitching, Connor Watson. Batting fourth, the center fielder, A.J. Baggett. Batting fifth is their DH, Carson Conley. Batting sixth is the center fielder, Mason Renfro. Hitting seventh in left field, Tyler Land. Batting eighth, the catcher, Aiden Baltz. And batting ninth is the second baseman, Jake Wilkie. Kranick, Carroll, Watson, Baggett, Conley, Renfro, Land, Baltz, and Wilkie. For the Seymour Owls, Coach Jeremy Ritchie will line them up this way, 19-7. They will go the same way they have throughout the tournament. Brady Harp will lead off. He'll be at shortstop. Batting second, the left fielder, Parker Thompson. Hitting third at third base, Jackson Trueblood. Batting fourth is the first baseman, Mikey Wright. Hitting fifth and catching, Tyler Nicholson. Batting sixth and pitching, Braden Ritchie. Batting seventh in center field, Braylon Busby. The eighth batter is the DH, Mac Longmire, and batting ninth at second base, Aaron Holtz. Again, Harp, Thompson, Trueblood, Wright, Nicholson, Ritchie, Busby, Longmire, and Holtz. Braden Ritchie on the mound for the Owls, 7-0 record with a 0.69 ERA and 50 2/3 innings. He has given up just 5 earned runs, which is just remarkable. 25 hits, has walked 14, and has struck out 83. I am joined by Lance Hubbard as we are set up here, and there is a light mist falling, and radar does indicate we're going to have a little light rain probably for the next hour. But Lance, needless to say, we haven't been this far before, right?
Nope.
30 years since we played in a regional. The atmosphere here, what a beautiful facility. And
It is.
obviously, if you're familiar with the movie A League of Their Own, starring Tom Cruise, they filmed part of the baseball footage here in this facility. It is the oldest ballpark in the state of Indiana. And I will say this, they have treated us like royalty here. They gave us
very nice, very nice.
given us a little cubicle up here in the press box. We're sitting exactly where the Evansville Otters, who is a semi-professional baseball team, their broadcasters sit. And we thank them for the hospitality.
Yeah, during when they're announcing this,
I said Tom Cruise, I think, but it's
you
Tom
did say Tom Cruise. Yeah, during when they were announcing the starting lineups, the officials asked for the lights to come on because there's no sun shining, mainly clouds and light drizzle. In fact,
We are
stop
set
the game.
to go. It's the Owls of the Huskies. Hope you enjoy the broadcast. Let's play. First pitch, 2:53. Game time temperature, 74 degrees. It was a called strike. And the second pitch is a called strike to Daniel Kranick. And quickly, Braden Ritchie in front. No balls and 2 strikes. Kranick is a 308 batting average, and he swings, and it's a foul ball down the right field line and out of play.
It's a great start by Braden, again, starting off aggressive.
Daniel Kranick, Brooks Carroll, and Connor Watson, the first 3 batters here for Evansville North, as Ritchie winds and delivers the 0-2, and it's hit up the middle. Fielded there by Brady Harp. He will throw across the diamond in time. 1 away. Defensively for the Owls, Mikey Wright at first, Aaron Holt at second, Brady Harp at short. The third baseman is Jackson Trueblood. The outfield left to right, Parker Thompson, Braylon Busby, and Ross Pumphrey. The catcher is Tyler Nicholson and Braden Ritchie on the mound, as the batter is the shortstop, Brooks Carroll. 278 batting average. He has 15 hits and 54 at-bats with a couple doubles, 2 triples, and 10 RBIs. And the first pitch to him was taken high for a ball, and that pitch misses way outside. 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, it looks like the rain has picked up. It's not no more drizzles, raining a little harder than it did from the first pitch. So see how both teams adjust to that.
2 balls, no strikes. The wind and the pitch, the curveball that misses high, and quickly it's 3-0 on Brooks Carroll with the opposite number, Connor Watson, waiting on deck. A lot of room down the left and right field line in foul territory. There's a pitch taken low, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Carroll. And the Huskies have a base runner. And it'll be the opposite number for Evansville North, Connor Watson. Watson hitting at the plate, .326. He has 28 hits and 86 at-bats with 20 RBI, 6 doubles, a triple, and no home runs. And the first pitch from Braden to Watson's a slider, misses outside, ball 1, and Braden trouble finding the strike zone, 5 in a row now outside after getting the ground ball out to begin with. I don't know what the dimensions are down the lines. They don't have the listing. It's 400 to straightaway center field. It is a massive jolt. There's a strike called in 1-1. Although in the first game, Modern Day second batter hit one out down the left field line. He hit the foul pole.
About halfway up the foul pole, too.
I was going to say, it was gone. I mean, that you hit one out here, you hit a pole. It is a lot of, this is a professional, semi-professional, but it's a professional baseball stadium.
Yep.
So the outfield wall, it's high, and
couple batters hit it deep center field, too. Probably out in high school field, but it wasn't here because of how big it is.
Here's the 1-1. Slider misses outside, 2-1. I don't have the name of the umpires, but you make it to the regional round, you get 4 umpires. And I'm looking, these aren't the same 4 that we saw in the 2A, are they?
Yeah, they just rotated.
Are they? Are they the same guys?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, somebody just handed me the dimensions. There's another curveball, and that's on the outside corner, strike 2. Thank you for that. 315 down the line, 375 to the alleys, and 400 straightaway center. Appreciate that, whoever that was. No balls, 2 balls and 2 strikes on Connor Watson, and Richie will throw over to first. And the runner is back, just underway from Bosse Field for a regional championship. The Owls and the Evansville North Huskies. Here's the 2-2, and that misses, and it bounces past Nicholson and on to second base will go Carroll. So the count now runs full at 3-2, and Carroll moves to second base with 1 out. Yeah, my wife was the first to tell me that's Tom Hanks and not Tom Cruise in the movie A League of Their Own. Thank you for that.
Someone would have, at least, a couple people might have done that too.
She's the one that would correct me on that. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The check of the runner and the pitch, and it's a foul ball, and that'll make its way into the bleachers. They have a full infield tarp here, so they got a lot of rain here in Evansville last night. I was talking to the people that came down last night and said it rained solidly throughout the night. So they had the tarp on, so the field is in good shape despite the rain. And that pitch misses in the dirt again. It bounces away from Nicholson, and on to third base will go Carroll, and it's a base on ball for Watson. So back-to-back walks issued by Braden, and they're at the corners now with 1 out for the first baseman, A.J. Baggett, and we'll have a courtesy runner at first base for the pitcher. That is
Braylon
Bridgewater's a senior. So he's the courtesy runner at first base. So now Braden's going to have to buckle down here with runners at the corners and 1 out to face a left-handed first baseman, A.J. Baggett. And the first to throw to first, and the runner is back. Baggett on the season, 337. He has 32 hits and 95 at-bats with 4 doubles, 2 triples, and 15 RBIs. And he fouls the first pitch off, strike 1.
Well, that was like a drag play. He kind of moved up a little bit right when he bunted in. Third base runner almost looks like he was coming, so... And they trying to go for a small ball here, trying to get at least 1 run here in the first.
Richie from the stretch with this runner at first base, first and third. And he will again throw to first, and the runner is back. We traveling down here this morning, depending on the way people came, we came up 41 and went right by Evansville North High School. There's a pitch inside. This one is blocked nicely by Nicholson. He saved another wild pitch that would have brought in a run. Down now 1-1 strike and asking for a new baseball as that one's in the dirt. And with that rain falling, anything in the dirt's going to muddy up the baseball. So Brayton asks for a new ball. He gets one and now back out onto the rubber. Again, runners lead at first and third, one out here in the top of the first. And the pitch to Baggett is swung on and hit hard right at Pumphrey. That should be deep enough. Tagging and scoring is Carroll. And the Huskies take a 1-0 lead as they score a run without the benefit of the hits. And with 2 outs, it'll be the designated hitter, Carson Conley. So 2 walks and 2 wild pitches, and that results in a run here in the top half of the first. And now Carson Conley will bat, the designated hitter. Conley on the season batting an even 200. Now here's the pitch that's taken for a ball. There goes the runner, and it's a stolen base.
Yeah, Brady, when he was
Bridgewater.
Brady was trying to cover, and it was the throw was a little towards the third base line of second base. Brady tried to go back for it, and he slipped. So definitely the footing is going to be a struggle here with the rain. Still falling. Lined up looks like a little bit, but definitely the grip for the players on the dirt is going to be a challenge.
1 ball, no strikes on the designated hitter, Carson Conley, as Richie checks the runner and delivers. And it's a check swing, and they'll appeal, and they say, no, he did not go, and it's 2-0. Or was the first pitch a strike? I thought the first pitch was a ball. They got 1-1 on the scoreboard. I thought he said he didn't swing. 1 ball, 1 strike, so we'll say that. And Richie delivers. And it's a ground ball hit foul off third base. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Okay, it was 1-2 on Carson Conley with Mason Renfro waiting on deck.
Yeah, Brandon's already his 22nd pitch here in the first inning.
Trying to get the inning over right here on the 1-2 pitch, and it's a slider that bounces away from Nicholson, and again, the runner will move up. The third wild pitch of the inning for Braden. And now the courtesy runner over at third base, and it's a 2 ball, 2 strike count on Carson Conley.
That's Bridgewater's pinch runner at third.
Oh, again, just 1 run in so far. Trying to keep the damage at a minimal 1 run. Here's the 2-2, and he misses outside, and the count now full at 3-2. 2 walks in the inning, 3 wild pitches already unaccustomed for Braden. Again, don't know whether it's the nerves, if it's the weather. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch, and it's outside, ball 4. So the third walk of the inning for Richie, and the Huskies have him at first and third with 2 outs for the center fielder, Mason Renfro, and now Elvis Hernandez, pitching coach for the Owls, going to go out and talk with Braden, and I think they got a makeshift rosin bag that they came up with, trying to dry the bag, just settle him down a little bit. Obviously, I don't know whether the rain is causing the wildness. If it's the footing, he looks like they're doing something to his cleats, trying to cleat his cleats off, whether the footing isn't very good. So
big batter coming up, though. If he can get out of this, only giving up 1 run, that's
But here's the thing. That's the thing is right now we need to keep this at a minimal 1 run, because their pitcher may be facing the same situation when they're on the field. We don't know. So to keep it at 1 run would be huge, obviously. And so the meeting at the mound is over, and the batter will be the center fielder, Mason Renfro. Renfro, a .211 batting average, 16 for 76 with 19 RBIs. He has 1 double. He does have 2 home runs. As Braden checks the runners at first and third, and he will throw to first, and the runner is back. Again, Renfro is the 6th batter to hit here in the first inning. Already the Huskies have plated a run, but yet without a hit. As Richie to the belt and to the plate, and he misses outside. The ball gets away from Nicholson, and the run will score. And it's a 2-0 ball game. That ball was outside, but that's one that, quite honestly, Nicholson probably should have caught. Kind of popped out of his glove. I'm almost tempted to give that a pass ball. What do you think? That it doesn't matter from a standpoint of run scoring, but it's now a 2-0 ball game, and the runner Conley goes up to second base. That's a ball that, quite honestly, Nicholson should have caught, whether you rule it. Now here's another pitch outside, and it's 2-0. And Braden is really, really laboring on the mound right now. 27th pitch already coming in the first inning. 2-0 is the score. The check of the runner and the pitch, and it swung on and grounded sharply to Holt. He backhands, he fields, he throws, he got him. Nice play. And that'll end the inning. But North, a good start for them. 2 runs without the benefit of a hit. 3 walks, 3 wild pitches, and a pass ball all in the first inning. And after a half, it's Evansville North 2, Seymour coming to bat. You're listening to Seymour Baseball.
BSM Group's your trusted partner for utility engineering, drafting, and right-of-way permitting. With a proven track record of excellence, BSM Groups delivers precision and expertise that's second to none. Whether you are a utility company or utility contractor, BSM Groups can optimize your projects and ensure compliance so you can meet deadlines and exceed expectations. Visit us today at bsmgroups.com or give us a call at 812-271-2400. BSM Groups, your blueprint to success in the utility engineering industry.
Ready to hit the open road in a new car? At the People's Bank, we make it easy with competitive rates and flexible financing. Whether it's a sleek sedan or a rugged SUV, your dream car is closer than you think. With personalized service and loan options to fit your budget, we're here to help you get behind the wheel. Visit the People's Bank nearest you today. The People's Bank, your journey starts here. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
We're the People's Bank.
Choosing the right health insurance for you and your employees is essential, and now is the perfect time to get SciHo Smart with your benefits. Hi, I'm John Sattler Jr. with SciHo Insurance Services. At SciHo, we provide flexible and affordable health benefits to companies of all sizes. Our wide range of products include fully insured and self-funded plans backed by our local support teams. Give us a call today at 812-378-7070. Visit us online at sciho.org or reach out to your local agent for more information on how to become SciHo Smart.
Why should everyone have an annual eye exam? Various diseases can be detected early through a comprehensive eye exam. At Connor Smith Eye Center, the doctors look for signs or symptoms for various diseases, not just for the eyes. Through an eye exam, you are able to detect diseases such as high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, tumors, and stroke. Do not delay. Call Connor Smith Eye Center today for an eye exam. 812-524-3937. See your future clearly.
Well, the Owls have a little work to do as they come to bat for the first time, trailing already 2-0. And they'll be facing a right-hander in Connor Watson. And Watson is the ace of the Husky staff. He has a 6-0 record with a 1.12 ERA. This is his 13th appearance in 49 2/3 innings. He's given up 7 runs, earned runs, walked 11, and struck out 67. He will face Brady Harp to start the bottom of the first, and Brady swings and hits a lazy pop fly on the right side. First baseman calls for it, makes the catch, 1 pitch, 1 out. And the batter will be Parker Thompson. Parker hitting .347, 25 for 72 with a couple doubles and 8 RBIs. As Watson works from the stretch, even with nobody on base, and the first pitch fastball is taken low, ball 1. Infield third baseman for the Huskies in on the grass. Obviously, have seen some film. Parker can bunt and will bunt, and he looks at a pitch way inside, ball 2. Jackson Trueblood waits on deck. 2 balls, no strikes on Parker Thompson as Watson to the belt and to the plate. And again, it misses inside, ball 3. So just like the top of the first, Richie got the first out and then walks the next batter on 4 pitches. It's 3-0 on Thompson, and he takes a strike on the inside corner, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. The stretch and the pitch from Watson, and it swung on, and that's hit foul as it hit Parker in the box. And it now runs full, so after a 3-0 count, it's now 3-2. Jackson Trueblood waits on deck. As the stretch by Watson and to the plate, and Parker swings and bounces it foul off third base. Nice snag over there by Coach Ritchie. Count stays at 3-2. Good Seymour crowd. A lot of people making their way. I know a lot of people chose to stay home, listen to us, and we appreciate that very much. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch, and it's inside, ball 4. So Parker's on for the first time, first base runner of the game for the Owls. And that'll bring to the plate third baseman Jackson Trueblood. Jackson hitting .358 on the year, 24 of 67 with 4 doubles and 14 RBIs. As he settles into the right-handed box, Thompson gets his lead at first base. And now Jackson will step out.
Really didn't have a get in the batter's box. He was just fixing the dirt in the batter's box. Never really stepped in until now.
Again, Parker gets his lead at first as Watson works from the stretch and delivers, and Trueblood checks his swing, and yes, he went around, strike 1. They appeal. I don't think they really had to appeal. In fact, Jackson went around, strike 1. And Coach Jeremy Ritchie down in the third base box, Alan Perry in the first base coaching box as Watson throws over to first base, and Parker is back. Mikey Wright waits on deck. Owls bat here in the bottom of the first. 2-0 Evansville North with an early lead. And now the pitch. And Trueblood's late on the swing and fouls that off just to the right of the Seymour dugout. Owls occupying the first base dugout, which is dugouts here, and I don't know how to explain it, Lance. Really kind of weird.
It's not really down the line like most parks.
The on-deck circle is almost directly behind home plate, just maybe 3 or 4 steps to the right of the home plate area. No balls, 2 strikes to count. There's a throw to first, and Thompson is back. In a very historic, and they even say that on their opening announcements, historic Bossy Field. No balls, 2 strikes, the pitch, and that's strike 3 called as Trueblood takes a look at a fastball. I don't think he was expecting fastball. And he's down on strikes, and with 2 outs, it'll be the first baseman, Mikey Wright. Mikey, a .393 average, 24 for 61, 11 doubles, a homer, and 19 RBIs. As he steps into the right-handed batter's box, the stretch and the pitch, and it's taken outside, ball 1. I want to mention, too, that members of the Seymour track team, the boys ran to the state finals last night. The girls were running later this evening up at North Central High School, so good luck to all of them. I know the boys ran last night. The girls running today.
It's also one of those boys track teams here.
There's a strike at the knees, and count is 1 ball and 1 strike now on Mikey Wright. And Parker Thompson with a 2-out or a walk, 1-out walk. He's at first, quick throw to first, and that one a little closer, but Parker still back. As Mikey waits on the 1-1 pitch coming from Watson. And it swung on and hit foul down the right field line, make its way down into the stands. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tylen Nicholson Waits on deck, hopes to get a chance to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. Now it's down 2-0. North scored 2 in the top of the first without a hit. Here's a throw to first, and that ball just about got by the first baseman. First baseman for the Huskies had to reach over the top of Parker to save it from going down the line. Here's the 1-2. There goes Thompson. The pitch is taken and no throw from the catcher. So Thompson with a stolen base, and it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count now on Mikey Wright.
It was either, I didn't see the jump by Parker, but it's either he got a great jump or the catcher thought it was strike 3, so he really didn't have an attempt to throw it on the second. It did miss just outside, but catcher probably thought it might have been a strike 3. Probably one of the 2 reasons he didn't throw it down to second, or a great jump by Parker.
As the check by Watson of the runner Thompson. And the 2-2 to Mikey is a swing and a miss. Got him on a curveball. And that'll take care of Seymour here in the bottom of the first. They get a walk. They leave a runner. We've played an inning. It's Evansville North 2 and Seymour nothing. You're listening to Seymour Baseball.
Hello, big humans. The Tooth Fairy here with a special message. The only thing sneakier than me putting money under the pillow are those sneaky bacteria and food hiding between your teeth. They're tiny, but oh so tricky, but fear not. Dr. Pierce, Dr. Coomer, and Dr. Gardner and the team at Jackson County Dental are your fairy tale approved super dentists, ready to protect your shiny smiles. You can visit my fabulous fairy tale friends at Jackson County Dental in Seymour. So have the even bigger humans make an appointment today for the whole family. With love from the Tooth Fairy.
It's J.C. Bank's Quasquai Centennial. What's that? It's just a fancy way of saying J.C. Bank has been serving South Central Indiana for 125 years. Planning ahead? Explore great CD rates, loan rates, or any of their banking, investments, or trust products. Celebrate 125 years with them at one of their 13 locations or visit jcbank.com. J.C. Bank. Serving you so long, they had to learn to say Quasquai Centennial. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
New Legacy understands the importance of securing your future, and we are ready to serve you at either of our locations in Seymour or Scottsburg. Insurance isn't just about protection. It's about providing peace of mind and financial security for you and your loved ones. Whether it's safeguarding your business, home, or health, New Legacy is here to guide you through the process and ensure you have the coverage you need. Don't wait until it's too late to protect what matters most. Call today at 812-271-2000 or visit us to start building a legacy of security. When it comes to insurance, do what you do best and delegate the rest to us at New Legacy.
Tyler Land ready to lead things off. Bottom 3 in the order for Evansville North as the Huskies in front by a score of 2-0. And the first pitch to Land is a called strike. See if Braden can bounce back here in the second inning after a rough first inning, and of which he did not give up a hit, but he walked three wild pitches and a pass ball. So it was not the best inning, obviously, for Braden, and that resulted in 2 Evansville North runs. And he's quickly in front 0-2 on Land and misses inside and got his 1 and 2. Tyler Land, Aiden Vaught, Jack Wilkie. Bottom 3 in the order for North here in the top of the second. Here's the 0-1-2, and it's a slow ground ball hit foul off first base. And the counts will hold now at 1 and 2 on Tyler Land. He is a .224 average, 13 for 58 with 6 RBIs as 1 double. And he swings and misses. Down on strikes goes Land, and with 1 out, the batter will be the catcher Aiden Vaught. And that brings us to our Ask the Booth question. Jay Shepman again. In Bloomington today with his son for travel baseball, still gives us an Ask the Booth question. As Richie delivers the first pitch to Vaught, that's a strike. Jay and Lance, what is your favorite baseball movie? Since we are on the side of a league of their own, I guess the question is a baseball movie. Unfortunately, for this facility, I'm not going to say A League of Their Own is not my favorite. My favorite baseball movie is The Rookie with Dennis Quaid. I think that's a great movie. It's a good family movie. What do you think? No balls, 2 strikes on Aiden Vaught. Are you thinking?
To be honest with you, I don't watch that many movies. I'm not a movie kind of guy.
Outside 1-2 the count on Aiden Vaught. Well, you've got.
So if you ask me to watch a movie, I may watch it, but I more than likely haven't seen it.
Have you seen The Rookie? You've seen The Rookie, right? Dennis Quaid, where he's the baseball coach that gets a shot in the majors. Here's a ground ball right back to the mound, and Richie will flip to Mikey Wright. So quickly 2 away.
Yes, I have seen that. Okay. I do like Rookie of the Year, or that little young Cubs. That's like the only baseball movie that I've actually seen.
Okay, that shows your age, right?
Or that one, I don't know the name of it, with that cornfield.
Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams. That's probably one of my favorites.
That was my second choice. Either The Rookie or Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams pretty close. That's kind of a 1 and 1A when it comes to baseball movies.
Yeah, I really don't watch too much movies. If you recommend one for me, I might have probably not seen it, so I'll watch it and give you my opinion on it.
Jake Wilkie, the batter, and quickly it's 0-2, and Richie has made it a point to go out and work quickly. He's getting the ball, and he's right back on the rubber, and here we are. No balls and 2 strikes, and he misses outside 1-2. Oh, somebody just said, how about Sandlot for Lance?
Oh, Sandlot, that's pretty good.
That's a good
movie. I do like all the Sandlot movies.
Okay, there you go. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. Strike 3 called, so a much better second inning for Braden Ritchie as he gets the Huskies in order. And a little fist pump as he comes off the mound. Now let's see if the bats can get going. We go to the bottom of the second. 2-0 Evansville North. You're listening to Seymour Baseball.
Got a new bone or joint injury? Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic in Seymour is here to help. No appointment needed. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 11 a.m. and 1 to 4 p.m. We provide expert orthopedic care for the whole family. New or existing patients are welcome, and our specialists are ready to help with on-site x-ray, casting, and bracing services for fast, same-day answers and care. When the unexpected happens, visit Schneck's Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic to get back on your feet. Visit schneckmed.org for details.
Royalty Roofing understands the importance of a sturdy roof beyond just aesthetics. As your shield against the elements, a well-maintained roof safeguards your home and business. Royalty Roofing services extend beyond roofing. We also offer gutter and siding installations for comprehensive protection. With our expertise, we handle insurance claims seamlessly and offer flexible financing options, ensuring your peace of mind throughout the entire process. For quality roofing solutions and exceptional service, contact us at Royalty Roofing at 812-523-8392 to protect your property.
Bob Pointer Family Dealerships is the #1 pre-owned dealer in South Central Indiana and 17th in the entire state. Hello, this is JB Hackman. Bob Pointer not only sells pre-owned vehicles, we buy them too. Your car is probably worth more than you think. Get a cash offer in under a minute. Head over to bobpointergm.com/radio or stop by the dealership for an appraisal. Bob Pointer Family Dealerships, where we sell and buy pre-owned vehicles. Thanks and have a great day.
Tyler Nicholson will lead things off for Seymour here in the bottom of the second. It'll be Nicholson, Braden Ritchie, and Braylon Busby. 5, 6, and 7 in the order. The Owls got a one-out walk in the first inning. Each team yet to collect a hit. But North in front 2-0. And the first pitch to Nicholson is outside, ball 1. Got a question asked to me. Matt Levine, appreciate you listening. And I don't know if anybody out there listening has the results from the boys' track on what places they got last night and their times. And give me the names again of the kids that were running. Would sure love to pass that along. I know both relay teams did not place in the top 16, but certainly proud that they represented Seymour very well. Here's a ground ball left field, base hit. So Tyler Nicholson swings at the 1-0 fastball and lines one into left for a hit. First hit of the game. And a courtesy runner for the Owls will be Charlie Rocky. So that's how the second inning begins for Seymour as Nicholson ropes a hit right between third baseman and shortstop. And Braden Ritchie will bat as Charlie Rocky will come in and run. Ritchie hitting .263 on the year, 15 for 57 with 7 doubles and 14 RBIs. My insight on the says that Richie's being called on to sacrifice bunt here. As Watson checks the runner, Richie squares to bunt, pulls the bat back and swings away and hits it foul off third base. Maybe that was a new sign that you weren't familiar with.
No, I know what the slashing is, where you show bunt and then pull back. Okay. I know what that call is.
Well, obviously,
I guess I must have missed that
you
sign.
You would have missed that sign at the plate, and that was a nice move. That ball been fair. That was. Now, how did the runner Rocky get to second base?
Balk. A balk.
Okay, a balk. So it's not even a pitch. Thank you.
Great hospitality and great help from over there on the left side of the press box, but they called a balk on it. So.
All right, so a balk is called even before the first pitch. So now Rocky moves out at second base as Richie again squares to bunt, and he pulls the bat back on a pitch outside, ball one.
Yeah, I did not. That time he gave the same exact sign.
I didn't. Maybe Braden did that. That might have been an insight between dad and son. How about that? 1 ball, no strikes on Richie. As again he squares to bunt. And the pitch, he pulls the bat back and he swings away and he comes up empty on a pitch down, and the count evens at 1-1. So Charlie Rocky out at second base, nobody out. Seymour bats here in the bottom of the second. Braden Ritchie at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike count. As Watson checks the runner at second and delivers. And Braden squares to bunt and attempts it, but misses it. And that's a strike, and it's 1-2. Braylon Busby on deck. Seymour trying to get a run back here in the bottom of the second. As Watson checks the runner and delivers, and it's just outside, 2-2. Catcher kind of held it there for an extra second, hoping to draw the third strike, but not to be.
Tough take by Braden, especially with 2 strikes on him. Very nice take, though.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And that one is outside, and it's 3-2.
Almost same spot.
He didn't get the 1-2. He wasn't going to get that one. That was a little
further outside.
But now it's a big count. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Richie with Rocky at second, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Swung on, bounced slowly to third, foul. And the count stays at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And here are the results from last night. Seymour's 4x400 relay team placed 20th. We'll give you those in a second. Appreciate that, Gerald. Thank you. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The stretch by Watson and the pitch. And that's taken low, ball 4. Nice at bat by Braden as he draws the walk after being down 1-2. And now with runners at first and second and nobody out, the batter will be Braylon Busby, and courtesy runner for Richie will be Max Coates at first base. And now we're going to have a meeting at the mound with Evansville North's pitching coach in the infield. So let me read you what the Owls did last night. Seymour's 4x400 relay team was the top local finisher, placed 20th in the event. Earlier in the same day, the 4x800 relay team finished 25th. So congratulations to those guys for appearing in the state finals. Obviously, a great accomplishment, and proud of their efforts today. The ladies 4x100, 4x200, 4x800. I don't know. One of the relays for Seymour. Probably should have had that information. My bad. I take blame on that. Here's Busby with 2 on and nobody out.
Maybe we'll get some more help.
And he squares to bunt, and he bunts foul at the plate, strike 1. First baseman for Evansville North was charging. So the Owls a chance really to get right back into this one. Down 2-0 as they bat here in the bottom of the second, but they have 2 on with nobody out. No balls, 1 strike on Busby. Runners lead at first and second. Busby squares to bunt, and he pops it up. The catcher will give chase, but run out of real estate as it falls into the north dugout. But now Busby is in a hole, no balls and 2 strikes.
Nice idea, trying to get runners in second and third with a hot hitter on deck and Mac Longmire, but Now Busby has to be a 2-strike hitter. See how any way he can get the runners over, maybe a base hit or a weakly ground ball right side.
Braylon at 242 average does have 9 RBIs on the year. And he waits on the 0-2 from Watson as the runners lead. And the pitch is swung on and fouled off the left side, and that'll make its way out of play. And it'll stay no balls and 2 strikes. Again, Seymour, 2 runners on. They're both courtesy runners. Charlie Rocky at second. Max Coates at first after a hit by Nicholson, a balk, and then a base on balls to Ritchie. And it's no balls and 2 strikes now on Braylon Busby. Mac Longmire waiting on deck. Again, Watson checks and delivers the 0-2, and Busby takes high, ball 1.
Thought they had it upstairs. They thought they had it in the top of the strike zone, but again, nice tough take by an owl hitter.
1 ball, 2 strikes, forcing Watson to throw some more pitches this inning, too. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the stretch of the pitch, and Busby takes high, ball 2. 31 pitches now for Watson after a pretty sufficient first inning, has really struggled here in this inning.
Through 16 pitches in the first inning, this is already a 16th pitch with nobody out here in the second inning.
And the 2-2 to Busby is swung on and hit hard into right field. That should move the runner to third. The catch is made. Tagging at second is Rocky. He will come to third and will begin. So Busby, a fly ball to right. That moves Rocky from second to third. And the 1-out batter will be the designated hitter, Mac Longmire. Boy, Braylon got a good swing on that, too. Hit it hard, but hit it right at the right fielder. And now Mac Longmire will bat. Mac had his best game by far offensively in the championship Monday with 3 hits.
I want to see if Ritchie puts Coates in motion, try to be aggressive first and third, or you just keep the bat in Mac's hands.
And the first pitch to Mac is a ground ball hit to second. To second for 1. The throw to first, a double play. Mac hit it hard, but he hit it right at the second baseman. That was a tailor-made 4-6-3 double play, and that'll end the Owls' threat here in the second inning. We go to the third. It remains Evansville North 2, Seymour nothing. You're listening to Seymour Baseball.
At Stahl Insurance, we focus on the farm and agribusiness insurance market. Whether you own a grain operation, hog confinement, livestock, or hobby farm, we work with industry-leading carriers that know and understand the risk you have. We take the time to individually learn about your operations in order to best protect you. Call or stop by today to talk to one of our farm agents, Shane Tremoyan, Nathan Newkirk, or Chris Stahl, at our new location, 211 North Chestnut Street in Seymour, or we can be reached at 812-524-0692.
BSM Group's your trusted partner for utility engineering, drafting, and right-of-way permitting. With a proven track record of excellence, BSM Groups delivers precision and expertise that's second to none. Whether you are a utility company or utility contractor, BSM Groups can optimize your projects and ensure compliance so you can meet deadlines and exceed expectations. Visit us today at bsmgroups.com or give us a call at 812-271-2400. BSM Groups, your blueprint to success in the utility engineering industry.
You can have the warmth of winter when you call S&B Wall Coverings. Their dedicated team treats you like family, providing professional insulation services to keep you snug. Save on energy bills and elevate your home's comfort by scheduling with S&B Wall Coverings. Their services don't stop there. S&B also provides expert interior painting and light remodeling services with competitive pricing. It's time to make your space warm and cozy with S&B Wall Coverings. Give them a call at 812-216-0162.
2 innings in the book. Seymour trailing Evansville North 2-0, as it'll be the top of the order up for Evansville North in the top of the third. And with the call of the next 2 innings, my partner in crime, Lance Hubbard. Lance.
Hello there. Like you said, top of the order for Evansville North, it will be Kranick, Carroll, and Watson. As Ritchie delivers the first pitch, and it's a high fly ball right side. Ross coming in. Aaron Holt going out. Ross calls for it at the line and makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out for Braden. As that brings up Brooks Carroll. Brooks reached on a walk back in the first inning. Advanced to second and third. Eventually scored on a wild pitch. So 1 pitch, 1 out here for Braden. Trying to get the offense back in batter's box in the bottom of the third inning. As he delivers that pitch, misses just outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Seymour threatened a little bit in the bottom of the second, but could not get a run. As Braden delivers the 1-0 pitch, and that catches the inside part of the strike zone. Some of the Evansville North players and coaches did not like it, but did catch a zone. As 1 ball and a 1 strike pitch by Braden is a fastball, catches the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. As I will say, some of those outside pitches have been there. Called. That one was in the strike zone. Went over top of the corner of the plate. As Braden delivers a 1-2 pitch, swung on right side ground ball. Holt coming in, makes a catch, underhand it to Mikey Wright at first base. And that's 2 away here on the top of the third. Brings up Connor Watson, the pitcher. He also walked back in the first inning and scored on a pass ball. In the inning, they scored 2 runs without scoring a hit. Had 3 walks and 3 wild pitches with a little pass ball. As Braden once again, quick to the rubber, delivers a pitch, and that's a fastball right down the middle. No balls and 1 strike.
Braden has really settled down
after that
first inning. He looks more of himself now.
He does. As that pitch misses inside